Hello, my name is Minivans94, and I would like to welcome you to my final review of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Alright, so, fun story. This is actually the second time that I am recording this. I tried doing just get the gameplay, make the commentary in two separate things, and then just put it all together and edit, but I realized while editing, I talked way too much in my first attempt. And, well, it was much longer and more time consuming than I wanted it to be. So, I've got to I'm going to do it live and kind of go through each category and hopefully cut down the talking just by a lot, because I initially did the commentary side and just went off the top of my head without seeing anything in front of my face, and I didn't have it like scripted or anything. So, and trying to edit that within about a day while still working and watching my dog and my sister's dog, it was not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna do it quickly live, hopefully in a smaller amount, and if I can see the things on screen, that will hopefully help me so I don't just start rambling. Okay, so we are now at the main screen of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. They did just change this. It did look different about since well, before last Tuesday. This looked different, but they kind of have it now separated in three parts. Um, so first, I'm gonna mainly focus on Modern Warfare, but the little bits I will talk about Warzone at the end, and we'll see if I actually play any games. I don't think I will. I'm just gonna quickly talk. Alright, so let's start with the campaign. Again, if I decide to put any gameplay in, or well, no, this is live, so I can't just fix things. Never mind. The campaign is I haven't played it since about launch. That like within that first couple weeks of launch. If you want to see a gameplay walkthrough of the campaign, I do have it on my second channel, which should be um, should be hopefully linked in the description. If not, it's on my channel somewhere. Like, hey, go check these channels out. Anyway, the campaign was good. I enjoyed it. It was taking place before Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, where uh, Price is creating Task Force 141 at the end, but it just gives a little bit more of a backstory of who Price is and how Gaz comes into picture. Of course, it is before Soap McTavish, because he shows up in Call of Duty 4. So Soap is not in the campaign. But you do see Gaz, you see Nikolai a little bit, not too much, but you do see Nikolai from Modern Warfare 2 for sure. I don't remember if he was in Call of Duty 4, and off the top of my head, I do not remember if he was in Call of Duty 3 Modern Warfare, or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It is early for me of me re-recording this, so that might happen a couple times of jumbling of words. The campaign was good. Is out of like a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it's a solid campaign. I'm giving it a 7. It's good. It's just they they're using different voice actors for Price, and I think for some of the other characters that we know of, like Gaz and whatnot, which is good. They played the characters really well. It's just after you play through Call of Duty 4 and then all the way up through Modern Warfare 3. It's, you know, Price, you know how he looks, you know this stuff. So it's like, okay, now this is different. And even, I guess, with now Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, is they've got a different person playing Woods. So that's going to be weird because there's going to be just a little difference in the voice. Probably who's playing Woods for Cold War is going to do just fine, but it's just going to be a little different. So that's the main thing with the campaign, is why it's getting a 7 out of 10, is just because probably if they got the actual characters, I think it could have easily been a 9 out of 10. It's a good story. There's a little bit of another Infinity Ward title of Call of Duty Ghosts campaign that I really, really enjoyed was the whole their brothers trying to get into, I guess at the time they didn't know it, but into this organization called the Ghosts, and which is their dad's organization, and it's just a real family brother bond. That really hit with me with Call of Duty Ghosts, and Modern Warfare does a little bit of the same thing between two of the characters. I cannot remember their names, but they're pretty big characters, because with the season 6 of multiplayer, or well, I guess season 6 of Modern Warfare and Warzone, one of the characters that came out was the sister side of the campaign, Farah. I think that's how you pronounce it. So, but that, again, they went with a family bond, and that was really nice to see. Alright, so that's enough of the campaign. It's a good campaign, 7 out of 10. So, alright, now we move into the multiplayer. So I am gonna just quickly jump actually into multiplayer, show the daily challenges. Okay, so with multiplayer, where I want to start is, let's actually start with the store, which is also part of Warzone and their co-op mode, Spec Ops. But I just want to talk about it in the store, or on the multiplayer side first. So of course, with the store, is they brought in these different packs that you can buy, just like Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It's very similar in that regard. A couple of the different packs here, I'll just kind of scroll through them, is where you can get weapon skins, charms for your weapons, calling cards, weapon blueprints, which are basically weapon skins, different sprays and gestures. Again, basically just like Call of Duty Black Ops 4. There is a couple different things with Modern Warfare that you can get, like if we come in here, is they have these finishing moves, which was a thing with the Modern Warfare multiplayer. So that was kind of more that's its thing within some of these bundles. And then there's these different voice lines, which is different from Call of Duty Black Ops. They didn't bring those over, but of course they had the skins, blueprints, sprays, charms, calling cards, and all that other stuff. So I'll just keep cycling through here. Alright. Alright, and now the Battle Pass, which, again, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 did the same thing. Um, Basically, let me start at the beginning here. So, with Call of Duty Black Ops 4, I believe every pass was free. You did not have to buy it. But of course, you could buy tiers if you wanted, like you can here. But I think also part of that was bundled in with the actual Treyarch um, season pass, is why the actual battle pass was free, maybe. I'm not sure. Or maybe it was just free just to be free, and they were really hoping on the store-bought bundles to really make their money. But with Modern Warfare is you could run through all 100 levels and not pay for it and get certain things. Like here with level 1, I got a blueprints for the marksman rifle here. That was free. And since I bought the battle pass, level 2 I got this calling card. If I did not buy the battle pass, I would not get the calling card until I did. So, of course, there are more rewards for buying the pass versus free. I don't know out of the 100 levels if it's like 60-40 or 70-30 or what the uh, scale to difference is. But one thing with the Battle Pass with Modern Warfare, if you bought it, you could basically regain your money if you complete it with the COD points within the pass. Some of them were free, but some were not. So that is another small incentive to get you to buy the pass. Of course, they've got a bunch of their different XP boosts, charms, camos, sprays. And now, a little later on, they started adding these vehicle tracks, vehicle skins, and I think they added something else that wasn't right away within the Battle Pass when they came out. But with any weapon that was within Modern Warfare that was DLC, like this SPR 208, all you have to do is play the game and earn it through the Battle Pass. You don't have to buy the Battle Pass. All the weapons were free. If there was a skin, a blueprint for this weapon, that could be, maybe you'd have to buy the Battle Pass for that if it was in there. But the base weapon, it was free. And almost with every season, there were 2 weapons within the Battle Pass. One about 15, and then one about 30. And as you see, I don't have a whole lot of time to try and get that, but I no guarantee unless if I buy it, which I don't really want to do, but I might have to. Anyway, that's not the point. But yeah, base weapons were always free, so that was nice. So that's basically all I wanted to talk really about the store. Modern Warfare did a good job with the store. Black Ops 4 did an alright job at the beginning, because basically Black Ops 4 was the exact same at the beginning. I gotta reiterate that. At the beginning. Where the Battle Pass was free, and they were just trying to get the bundles for you to buy. So, I guess technically, at the beginning of Black Ops 4, when they first introduced the Battle Pass with their first season, it was actually better than Modern Warfare, because the Battle Pass was free, I believe. Again, if I am wrong, let me know. But about halfway through Black Ops 4 is they basically brought supply drops back. So that's where they started to fall downhill. I mean, ugh. So once, if you compare the two, they're both basically very similar. It's just a couple differences. Like, this battle pass is paid for, but Black Ops 4 has supply drops. So, but Modern Warfare did a very good job with their store and their battle pass. So I am gonna give it, for, I guess it's only technically the second year of how they've done it. It's gonna get a better score than Black Ops 4. I don't remember what I scored Black Ops 4, but I'm gonna give Modern Warfare store an 8.5 out of 10. It's that good. It's very simple. It's, you pay for the pass or you don't. You still get some stuff if you buy it or don't buy it. If you buy it, you have a chance at everything. Alright. So now let's get into the actual multiplayer side of it. Is quickly, actual gameplay is very traditional Infinity Ward, very fast paced, very high time to kill. I'm not a fan of that as much as the Treyarch side, so it's very, it's not my game. Modern Warfare was not my game. I played it more than some games, especially games made by Infinity Ward. I will slightly make a reference to Infinite Warfare. Sorry, I think I said that a little too loud, but just to make sure no one heard, or if anyone did not hear me, I played this game more than Infinite Warfare. But I did not play it as much as most Treyarch titles, like Black Ops 3, just in zombies alone. I got like 20 days in. And then, of course, got a couple days in the multiplayer and campaign, so... Whereas this... how much time do I got? At least on... I don't think this is tracking Warzone, or, of course, not campaign or Spec Ops, but at least for multiplayer side, about a day and a half. So, for non... Actually, that's probably about average, because Infinity Ward doesn't have usually great co-op modes like Treyarch of Zombies. Usually I do spend more time in multiplayer, so that's probably a little bit, honestly, on the low side for a Infinity Ward title, but probably if you like averaged them out between all the games, that's probably about average. I try and get a day in with every game's multiplayer. So, but yeah, Infinity Ward was, again, doing what they do, fast time to kill. I didn't enjoy it as much, but that's just me. Weapons, they did a good job. They got the loadouts. They went back. They took away from the pick 10 system. They went back to the traditional. You have to have a primary, secondary, 3 perks, lethal, and tactical. So, good job on them. If we go into the gunsmith here with like the AN-94, you can have up to 5 attachments without having a wild card like within the pick 10 system. They're just like, here's 5 attachments. However you want to use them, go for it. So you can mess with your muzzle, barrel, laser, optic, stock, rear grip, underbarrel, and ammunition, and some other stuff, depending on the weapon. One thing that they did do, which I'm not really a fan of because it takes part of the attachment slot. I kind of wish this would have been like its own thing, but you can get weapon perks. sorry, got a tweet about Walmart's PlayStation 5 stuff going up. So, yeah, weapon perks. If it's a good idea, but I kind of wish they would have made them like this frangible wounding, which is targets briefly delayed in healing. I don't know if they could have made that like, I think like right in between underbarrel and rear grip for some guns, there would be an ammunition slot, and that would be where that would go. It would be a certain ammo type. I mean, it's kind of tough to determine why you would do. Where would you put recon? Maybe certain sights. I don't know. Again, FMJ could be a ammunition type. I mean, the Mo Money probably could just get taken out. Heavy hitter could have been a stock option because you're, I don't know, moving the butt of the gun faster. I don't know. It's a good idea in theory. It's either they gotta just incorporate those into the actual attachments, or if they're gonna do a perk system, don't make it take one of my 5 attachment slots. That's what I would change, but again, it's their game. They do what they want. Again, you could get the DLC guns. Let's say you didn't get a DLC gun within the battle pass. Did you lose it? No. Infinity Ward did a fantastic job since there were no supply drops to kind of lean on and be like, you have a chance at it. I could just go in and do some in-game challenges for these weapons. 2 headshots with assault rifles in 25 matches. I got the Ram 7. The CR-56. 3 gun butt kills while using a assault rifle in 10 matches. That's great. And of course that's still locked. Let's go down to like my SMGs. For the Striker 45, 2 kills while sliding with SMGs. Some of them were more difficult than others, but for the most part, they're pretty fair. 5 attachments, hipfire kills. I think some of these LMGs are weird. 2 long shots, that's not terrible. 3 enemies near smoke. I mean, you gotta now force yourself with a smoke grenade. I don't know. 1 melee kill while using the LMG. Marksman rifle with reflex optic. Using a sniper, 2 long shots. 2 quick scope kills. It's... I mean, they at least made challenges so you have a chance to get them. Did they have many... Okay. Okay, anyway, perks, they went back to, you get 3 perks. I mean, nothing too crazy. What is it in perk 2 here? I'm gonna go kind of out of order. They have a perk that is a point man. I just want to bring this up because Modern Warfare went back to kill streaks. Yes, Modern Warfare went back to kill streaks. So there is this second perk that you can do that will get you turn it back into score streaks. So yeah. Kind of, unless if you're really playing objectives, this is a wasted perk, but it's still nice. I mean, maybe you get more score for assists. Maybe you're very good at somehow getting a ton of assists. So I guess that could be good in that sense. But that's probably more for objectives. 1 lethal and 1 tactical. After playing Modern Warfare this year, going back to some of those older titles like Black Ops 2 and 3 with the Pick-10, where they're really trying to hit you hard on it, there would be times where I would be in gunfights with, let's say, an SMG and not take a secondary, I need to reload, but I'm in a gunfight, and especially after playing Modern Warfare this year, my first instinct is to go to secondary, and I'm just holding my fists. I'm just like, well, I'm done. I got nothing. So I actually do appreciate that they went back to forcing you to have a secondary. So that I actually prefer that over pick 10. At one point I was preferring pick 10 because again, the pick 10 is you get to play how you want to play with I could load up on perks and just take very little weaponry, or I could just take very wait load up on perks, take little weaponry, or load up on weapons and attachments and take very little perks or tactical grenades and stuff. So it's at one point that was a good idea, but probably going back to this for a little bit is a good idea too. Don't want to bore everybody doing the same thing. So like I said, kill streaks are back. Most of them are very, very good. A lot of fun ones is you got to play with a lot of these either in private match or some of them earning in game. I'm not very good at racking up kill streaks, so when I did get some of those actual higher ones, it was good. But then somehow something changed halfway through the year, and it seemed like Modern Warfare got really, really difficult. And the last, like, honestly, couple months, it was kind of not fun playing multiplayer. So, and part of that is the maps, which I'm going to get into now. Is the maps, they kind of went back to what they tried with Call of Duty Ghosts and not having it 3 lanes. Is they had sights from everywhere, which is good and bad, but then there's a verticality issue with some of the maps. And it's like, why are you there? And it just feels like it can create more camping spots versus a Treyarch 3-lane map. So, I don't know. The maps I did not like. They did bring in some fan favorites of the maps like Rust, Crash, Hard Hat, and a couple others, but I cannot remember. But they did not only bring in fan favorites, they brought in new maps as well, like Shoot House. And some other ones that I can't think off the top of my head. Just Shoot House is the only one I remember, because that's probably the most favorite out of most of them. There were field upgrades, which is basically Modern Warfare's version of the specialists from Black Ops 4 and I guess Black Ops 3. Basically, this is your L1R1. You can get a munitions box, recon drone, dead silence, stopping power, trophy system, cover, tactical insertion, EMP drones, and weapon drops. Most of them are actually pretty balanced, other than I would say the one that actually does most for you would be stopping power rounds. Otherwise, these are all very trophy system. It just keeps you alive a little bit longer, but it doesn't necessarily affect any gunfights. Or, like, I'm not up against a flamethrower that is, as soon as it touches me, I'm dead and I had really no shot to defend myself. I mean, the only one that's really hindering would be the stopping power rounds. And maybe the weapon drop, because you could get maybe a random minigun out of it. I don't know if that's in there, but maybe you could. I don't know. So, the field upgrades, they did a good job with, versus the specialists in Black Ops 3 and 4. Vehicle customization, it's just skins that you can earn from the Battle Pass or the store bundles. The watch. Um, I mean, other than just something else to get within, again, the Battle Pass and bundles, it didn't do anything for you. I mean, this one tracks your rank, but that's about it. Other than some other fun ones, and then the armory is just showing your weapon blueprints. All right, so quickly the operators. They have their two factions within multiplayer, and with the latest update with Modern Warfare, they took that out from Warzone. Um, you got your characters like Farah, however you pronounce it. Alex from the campaign. You could, from the Battle Pass, get Ghost, Price, some other campaign characters, and then some other characters that they just bring in throughout the year. And then most of the characters do have little objectives, like with Farah, whatever. With the Season 6 Battle Pass mission, is they do have like 4 objectives. Hopefully you can see it. I'm on objective 1 of 4, 7 kills with a pistol. Usually that just gives me a different skin for her. So, challenges, it pretty similar to whatever most Call of Duties do. I got nothing to say about those. Alright, quickly, let's move into co-op. Alright. Oh, I should probably score multiplayer. I don't know why I'm switching out, but yeah, let me score multiplayer. So, Modern Warfare's multiplayer it was fun. I feel like I had more fun with it early on in the year, and then these last couple months, something changed with Modern Warfare, and I can't put my finger on it because it's not like a weapon issue or super overpowered guns. Some of them are, but most of the time they've been pretty quick to fix those. But it just seems just more like just less fun with the multiplayer lately. So I guess that's all I can say. I don't know what I could say to change that, but it just seems less fun. So the multiplayer, I'm just gonna give it a nice 6 out of 10. It's fun when you want to play it, and it has its good spots, but just lately it just seems very difficult to play, just not fun, but it does have its bad also. Alright, Modern Warfare's co-op mode. Whew, where do I begin? Alright, let's begin with Survival being a time exclusive for PlayStation for a year. And again, it's a business thing between Sony and making their money, because all the DLCs, and since there was no season pass type of thing that you were paying for like a lot of money, and since they were giving the DLC to everybody at the same time, basically Sony was like, yeah, we still need our exclusivity with our contract with ya of something, so we're just gonna take an entire mode for a year. Like, what? I mean, way back in the past when it was the 4 DLC packs within like Black Ops and Black Ops 2, Xbox got it a month before PlayStation and PC. I would rather go to that than sit a year without an entire game mode. So I think that hurt the co-op mode to begin with. Or even with Black Ops 4, yes, they had their season pass that you had to pay $50 for or whatever. But I think with them, PlayStation 4 got the content only a week early versus a month. I would take that too. Let me pay for something for like $30 and make everyone else only wait like 2 weeks. A year? That's insane. Same thing with now Black Ops Cold War. They've got a couple modes or something doing the same thing, and that's just terrible. I'm sorry, that is terrible. A whole year. I mean, at one point I was thinking, you know what? If they still gotta do it this way, 6 months. No, that's still terrible. Just go back to a different system. Let everyone have a shot at the modes on day one, or closer to day one than a year. Because by the time the year's up, why would an Xbox player come back and be like, I want to play survival because I didn't get to play that all year? Or I could play this new Call of Duty title that's just released. Most players would just play the new title. But I guess some players are still on Modern Warfare. They would prefer it over the next title. Whatever. So, but in the end, it just bad. Just bad. It's just bad. Alright. But the actual survival mode, it is fun. It's not as fun as Modern Warfare 3, and no one that has done a survival mode like this has got it to Modern Warfare 3 level. So, alright. So yes. So survival was fun, but it just could not replicate what they did in Modern Warfare 3. But Modern Warfare also brought in classic Spec Ops from Modern Warfare 2. Remember those? Yeah, those were fun. Yeah, Spec Ops in Modern Warfare? Not so much. I just don't know. You get... Well, first, they only had one on launch, which is why you need more than just one. So that's like... takes the fun out of why would I play this. There's only one. If you do beat it, why would I play it again? Ah. And then they did bring out a couple more throughout the year, but it seems like towards the end here, the last couple months, they didn't bring any more out. They were just like, kind of gave up. And they almost did the same thing with Survival too. Is they did better with that because they're just multiplayer maps that they gotta throw a couple boxes in basically. But for the most part, they just kind of forgot about them. Both modes, honestly. One mode that they really were hoping was gonna do well, which this is still the funnest mode out of them, but it's not... It seems like they didn't add on to it, just like Survival and Classic Spec Ops, which will be the main special operations. You got to choose a role, you got to make your loadouts, and you went in, and it was basically a mini campaign. There were the objectives, you had to take out these people, or you had to find this intel, yada yada. But it forced you to play it with 3 other people. At least in an actual online setting. I don't remember if you can launch it solo in a private match. Let me actually just kind of see. Classic Spec Ops. Nope. Classic Spec Ops or Survival. So you were forced to play this with 3 other people online. I get why they kind of did it. It would be very, very difficult to do with just by yourself. Because even with 4 players, some of those are very, very difficult. Unless if you have a good group that knows what they're doing. But if you are pretty much playing with people that you've never played with, good luck. Good luck completing the special operation. They're fun. but why is it forced into a public match? I think I know why. It's forced into a public match because that is the only way you're earning battle pass rewards. If I go into a private match here, if you go into a private match here, you don't earn in the battle pass at all. It has to be public lobbies. Like, really? It's just classic Spec Ops and survival. You're gonna die eventually, or there is an end point. With classic Spec Ops, there is an end point, so you can't go on for like 30 to 50 rounds for 12 hours if it's a playtime like in Zombies. Because they base it off of playtime, not actual, like you get a portion for doing something or XP related. It's based off of playtime. So Spec Ops has an endpoint. That doesn't matter. Okay. That it has an endpoint, you know how much you're always gonna get. Survival, yes, you can. This is like Zombies, it just keeps going and going and going. But they have guns, they have armor, they're gonna bring in helicopters. You will not survive as long as in Zombies. I am sorry. Even with a perfect 4-player team, you could make some decent high rounds. Because when I tried to record the gameplay for this a couple days ago, I jumped in with randoms and we made it to 23. The only reason why we actually stopped at 23 is because I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to record. I actually don't want to play anymore. I'm done. It's boring. So you could keep going, but it's eventually I feel like you have a better chance of ending sooner than Zombies with a Treyarch title. And that's the hard part with the battle pass system. It's always in playtime, so everyone is technically fair, because there are people on like the multiplayer side that don't do well. You don't get 30 kills a game every time. You might only get 2, but you're still putting in the same amount of time as the person that gets the 30. So you still get the same chunk towards the battle pass because you both played that same game. Because it's not XP related. Versus that XP related player, if it was XP related, that player that just got 30 kills would be so much further along than you, or let's say that is the one that only got 2 kills. And I get that. They were trying to make it fair just off of playtime, but that there's bad about that too, because now you're hurting a mode of survival where you can earn. Yes, you can earn in public, but why can I not earn in private? It's dumb, because there's local games and custom games. It's like one of them let me earn in the battle pass and the other be 100% private. Well, let's say I do a custom game. I'm still locked at the weapons because I don't earn them in the battle pass. But this I cannot speak. This local game, let me just have everything unlocked and I don't earn anything. I'm just playing to play. But this custom game, I'm still earning towards the battle pass at least, not towards and towards the challenges and other things, but not towards like gun ranks or something maybe. I don't know. But that frustrates me. So, Spec Ops co-op mode for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Yes, the actual special operations are the most fun, but very annoying that you have to do it in public with 4 usually random players. Unless if you got a group of 4, then I guess you just all jump in. But then why wouldn't you go into a private match? Oh wait, it's not there. It's just like, why? There's intel and cinematics that you get from the special operations, which is cool. Um, but that's about it. So honestly, the co-op mode of Special Ops for Modern Warfare on a scale of 1 to 10, it's getting a 4. I mean, it's fun, and that's why it's as high as it is, but there's so many things that are not right. Yes, there are these challenges to get you XP. That's awesome. Just like in multiplayer, there's their daily challenges and your missions and yada yada. You can use your loadouts, have fun, but you're so forced into a public lobby setting because of the battle pass. Sure, if you complete the battle pass, sure, who cares at that point? Private match it. But, like, it's just frustrating. So, yeah. Spec Ops, because there are. Survival is fun for a little bit, as long as you can stay in a game. At one point, I was having very, very tough making it past round like 3, and then being disconnected from the host. Spec Ops, classic Spec Ops, they're fun, but they're actually really, really hard, unless if you possibly have a 4-player group that knows exactly what they're doing. And then same thing with Special Ops. Special Ops is it's fun, difficult, and you really want a 4-player team that you know you're playing with. So, and then one thing about survival that I should have said a while ago, but now I'm just frustrated because other stuff, PlayStation 5 related, don't care about that, is why are there jugs showing up on round 5? Like, what? Round 5 jugs? That's insane. Like, make them show up at 8. Because most of the time I don't have money for armor or anything. Like, So yeah, survival, that's where an issue is. They've got jugs coming in way too early. But I mean, it's still fun. I'll say that. So yeah, co-op special operations for Modern Warfare gets a 4 out of 10 just because of being forced in a public match and because you're trying to use it towards the battle pass. And there are other little nitpicks like Spec Ops. It's difficult and I don't know. I'm just giving it a 4 out of 10. If I wanted, I would just uninstall it and just be like, I'll just stick with multiplayer until I want to throw a monitor out the window. All right. So now let's move into Warzone. Oh, never miss an update. Okay. I haven't been in Warzone since the update, so that was different. Yeah, Warzone is... I can't completely critique this because it's not 100% Modern Warfare. I just want to very touch base with this. Warzone is fun, but there are things I would change. 100%. Get rid of the loadouts. I am sorry. I could be looting for guns on the ground and not make the money for a loadout drop when Timmy does, and he buys something much more powerful that he has created to his own. Like, if the loadout drops were random, sure. Here's a loadout drop that randomly drops on the map. Not buy it. You should not be able to buy these. Loadout drops that falls on the map, everyone's fighting for it, and it's random. There's a set powerful AR, SMG, shotgun, sniper, whatever, but it is pre-made. So it's like whoever gets there, sure. But having Timmy and Johnny be able to buy them, to have a unfair fight with myself, who is still just being able to find them on the ground, I don't think so. I do not like loadout drops at all. And then again, Warzone, the thing, it is fun, but frustrating as hell with its height. Being in downtown Verdansk with those skyscrapers, if you're on the ground or whatever, or I guess you would be technically out of downtown, so they could get a line of sight with those loadout snipers that they bought. I got no chance against them. How is that fair? Buildings are too tall. Blackout, yeah, there was that one skyscraper at construction, but otherwise, what was the highest building in the actual Blackout map? Maybe 3 stories, not 12? So, those are the big things with Warzone I hate, is how much verticality there is, and the loadout drops. Otherwise, it's not bad. There's normal battle royale of quads, trios, duos, solos. Fantastic. They brought in a mode called Plunder that's pretty much there since the beginning, and it's almost always been there. It's basically, you're playing on the battle royale map, you can die as much as you want, and you're just trying to collect as much money as possible. So that's fun. The only thing that I would change with Plunder, honestly, is make it in the form of the Battle Royale, where I don't get to choose what weapons I want. Make it an actual still Battle Royale. Otherwise, why is Plunder in Warzone? Make it a multiplayer thing. Put it on one of the Ground War maps, or something. I mean, I know the Ground War maps are still smaller than the map of Verdansk. Oh, that's one thing I could have talked about within the multiplayer side, is the Ground War just is bad. Maps are too big. Whatever. Now I'm just upset and frustrated. But yeah, let me try and get back on how I want to actually speak. Yeah, Plunder is fun if you want to get things done, because with no, it's not there. Within Warzone, I gotta find it. Under challenges, I believe, yeah. Under challenges here is there's the intel for Warzone that you can do in Plunder. This is fantastic because it's not a one life thing. So this is fantastic for Plunder. And if you're just really just trying to have a good time and not, I mean, yeah, you're still gonna get frustrated with it, but you're able to respawn. So Plunder is sometimes more fun than the actual Battle Royale, just in that aspect. You know you can respawn. But just and then Infinity Ward did actually a very good job with a lot of their other limited time modes. There was just recently the Zombie Royale, I think, which that was fun. Frustrating at times. Didn't play it enough to give a good critique, but it was fun the few times I played it. I know they had, I think they called it Armored Royale, where you're just basically, everyone gets a truck, and you're trying to keep the truck alive. That was a lot of fun. And you can upgrade the truck based off of money you earn. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. There was another one, I think, Mini Royale, which is one I didn't like as much. Just, I don't know, something about, or was it that one? There was one of them where, no, it was their basically ground war version. Mini Royale was alright. It was very fast paced, which was fun, but also kind of frustrating because, of course, the map is small to make the fast paced happen, but. So that was alright. There was, I can't remember what they called it, but it was basically their team deathmatch battle royale, which Black Ops 4 did, and they did it really well. But just something with the team deathmatch version of battle royale with Warzone, just I did not like. It just seemed like you were just each on one side, your spawn side, with snipers just looking straight down, and that's all you were doing. And that's a lot with even like some of the ground war maps in multiplayer. There was one map that I played trying to get gameplay for this video that I'm, again, of course, redoing. So, and it was very just snipers looking straight down, so. But for the most part, they did a good job with their limited time modes within Warzone. So we'll see what Treyarch does now with Warzone. In December is when I think they fully integrate into it. So Warzone, I'm not going to give an actual score because it's still going and it's not Modern Warfare specific, but I just wanted to talk about what Infinity Ward did with it. But, so, Call of Duty Modern Warfare as a whole, out of 10, the campaign was good. Multiplayer at one point was fun, but now it's very difficult. Co-op was just a big fail, in my opinion. It's fun, but they could have done so much more. It just seemed like that was a game mode that just kind of got thrown to the back of the burner, and they just didn't care enough about it. I mean, at one point they did, but then towards the end here, they're just like, it's there, we're not doing anything with it as much. So, but on a scale of 1 to 10 for Modern Warfare, ooh, I'm just gonna put it right in the middle of I'm just giving it a 6 out of 10. I mean, probably the campaign is where it really hit its good side. Infinity Ward has done well with campaigns. Well, look at the Modern Warfare trilogy. The original one of COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and 3 is a very good set of campaigns. Honestly, Call of Duty Ghosts, still, if not one of my favorite campaigns. It was really good. And even though it was very space heavy, Infinite Warfare had a good story. Infinity Ward knows how to tell a story. Treyarch does too, but just something, both know how to tell a good story. And that's very important. Modern Warfare, that was its biggest positive, was it was a good campaign. Yes, there were nitpicks. Oh well, every campaign's got them. Multiplayer, it was It was there. It was fun at times. I can hop on and have fun, but it seems like lately it's just been more, I would rather play something else than multiplayer for Modern Warfare. Spec Ops, I rarely touch, especially with friends. Most of the time, if we're playing COD, the current game, it's Warzone. We're rarely playing Spec Ops. And then, yeah, Warzone, it's still growing, so don't want to talk too much more about that than I already have. But I am going to end this. Modern Warfare gets a 6 out of 10. it was there. I guess that's all I got. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the long rants. For the most part, it was a rant, especially at the end. But just here very, very soon, we'll have Black Ops Cold War content on the channel. But until then, I'll catch you guys next time.